back to Honkai Star Rail. We're still in the Herta space station doing a couple of extra things, and at the moment we are just turn off the little robots in space station 6 times. I thought that would say like turned off all of them, but we also have a message from doing that. Sister Jupiter Free, can I ask you something? Lots of little robots have recently disconnected from the terminal. My checks say they were manually turned off. The security department tells me that you went past that area. Did you see anyone suspicious? I confess, I did it. I'll admit that I did. They were on standby, so I just tapped them a few times. Alright, don't do it again. I'll ignore it this time. What? They were just sitting there. It is something she would say afterward. They were just sitting there, they weren't doing nothing. Looks like just a management log. Pretty much stuff we already know. Raiding pistol. Silver Wolf. A shattered curio with particles floating around the crack refracting unstable light. It reminds you of some kind of tube device, and a mysterious. A pair of black feathered wings hovers in the air that are the height of a grown human, maintaining the appearance of flight. You imagine the figure of an adventurer flapping those wings and rushing with the wind. You feel the wind, a warm and welcoming wind blows into your face, plays with the ends of your hair and fills your body. The wind sends you to fly beyond mountain ranges and vast oceans. Behind you, windmills turn, and pastoral hymns chime. Before you, shooting stars stream down and snow glitters. You open your eyes and wake from your imagination. The black feathered wings fly still as if recounting a story, as if singing a whole world. How the hell do we just have Genshin gliders in here? What is Honkai Star Rail now? Tap it. Nothing seems to happen. You decide to... Doesn't seem like anything is different. Still doesn't seem like anything happened, so you decide to... Whoa. The previously dim curio suddenly shines brightly, and you throw your hands up to shield your eyes. Several seconds later, you open your eyes, but the cracks have disappeared. After checking that you're not hallucinating, you decide to tell Asta about this. The Blackened detected a weird quantum fluctuation just now. You were right beside it at the time. What happened? I just whacked the curio a few times and the crack on it disappeared. I can't believe it myself. I can't believe it either. The blackened data from the pronoception system does show it's been fixed and is activated at the moment. It's been giving out a steady energy reading. It may be pure luck, but this is too much of a coincidence. Hey, could it be that your hand was blessed by an Eon? Alright, I'm kidding. No matter how, you are the one who did it. I've sent you the reward. Remember to check it out. Wow. What reward, though? 2! Damn. What are these cards for? Another reference to another game? 40 cards are stacked in a precise arrangement to form a spire. Pull away even a single card and it will collapse into a ruinous heap. Perhaps this is how casualty works. We have thousands of choices, but there is only one outcome. And yet you believe that happenstances are etched into inevitability. One day you'll find the answer beyond your guaranteed destiny. That's a reference to one of the games. What game? Cure number 458, Unbearable Weight. Is the crown of the Tottenham royal family used to pass on knowledge. You try on the crown as you feel as your head has grown several times bigger. The crown is far too heavy. Looks like knowledge is pretty dense. Just the joy filtration set. Energy black hole. Cure number 2691, Energy Black Hole. It can absorb energy but not food. There is a suspiciously oily sheen over the metal casing. It seems like the part about food in the curio introduction was added recently. Is this a reference to? Oh, people always fucking bother me in the middle of this shit. Think about this to do with a prototype? Asteroids have become common after being mass-produced. I don't know what that could be a reference to. What is this a reference to? One of these has got to be a Honkai Impact 3rd, right? Because we had Genshin. I don't know what the cards are. Something in here might be a reference to Honkai Impact 3. A few crimson fragments float in the air drawn by an invisible force. They trace the shape of a broken blade. The rusted surface looks like a barren field scorched by flames, and as it narrates its past. A gust of heat suddenly arrives through the air. It touches your cheeks and pauses next to your ear. Huh. Okay. So, since there's supposed to be herd of puppets everywhere, my question is where the hell is this last Herta puppet that I apparently have not found? Because there's this is the wrong place. There's supposed to be like one more Herta puppet somewhere. How do I get down to the first floor? I have to get down there. I don't know how. Because apparently I just don't have authorization to use the elevator yet. So until I do that, I probably wouldn't find the other Herta puppet. Not authorized to use the control panel. I guess I just can't do it yet. So that's that, I guess. Yeah, let's go see Pom Pom. Fuel. Yeah, also, hey, when the fuck do I get to put armor on? Shouldn't I be close to that by now? Whatever. Anyway, I know I had to pause the recording because I need to go do the Bronya boss fight again and actually beat it this time.
Phew!
Let's make it quick. Yeah!
Let's be friends. Yeah! Didn't expect that, right? Follow Hook if you want to win! Pitch Dark Hook the Great has arrived! Make way! Make way! Stop! You can't run!
Okay, did it. Just needed a little leveling on the characters I was actually going to be using for a while.
This girl's pretty strong. Hey, Don Hung! Maybe now's a good time to show off your secret strength?
You first.
You're no fun.
Intruders, give it up. You will be guaranteed a fair trial.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the intensity of the moment.
What's he doing here? Smoke bombs, hopefully.
What is this? I can't breathe.
He's really just gonna casually
I
walk
have
in.
one thing to say. Sampo never lets friends who've helped him come to harm.
We're about to pass out.
I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
We just passed out, you idiot.
will suffer, sacrifice, and die because of my order. What about the underworlders? They will lose the protection of the architects. They will see me as a tyrant.
How do you just listen to this thing and think you can trust it? It's speaking multiple, very, evil voices.
We will honor your decision.
I understand.
Come on, those toys of yours aren't that dangerous.
Then why hasn't she woken up yet?
Because she's sound asleep. Didn't you hear her sleep talking? Ah, poor child. Sounded like a bad nightmare. Tell me the truth, Sampo. What are you gonna do about the overworld girl?
What am I gonna do about her? Why, wait for the opportunity and send her back, together with the rest of them, of course. Hey, come on, what's with the...
You're a bad liar, Sampo Koski.
What? I didn't mean to bring her along. The smoke was too dense. I was in a daze. Before I knew it, I'd somehow dragged her down here, too.
If we all passed out, how do you carry 4 people in one drag?
What are you up to, Sampo? Why do you insist on getting caught up in overworld affairs that have nothing to do with you? If it's a whole lot more attention from Wildfire you want, you're going about it the right way.
Hey now, Sampo Koski's primary concern is taking care of his friends. These guys scratched my back. How could I live with myself if I didn't scratch theirs? And another thing, where does Wildfire get off assuming that these fine folks won't come in useful to them, huh? I mean, you never know.
Which is why you've set them loose in the underground?
Come on, accidents happen. I'll have them rounded up in no time.
That girl... Get her back as soon as possible, then don't let her out of your sight. The underground has been sealed off for over 10 years now. The children won't even remember what overgrounders look like. If a girl in a Silver Mane Guard uniform suddenly shows up, what would Wildfire do with her? What would they do with you?
All right, I get it. I'm setting off right now. I'll have to trouble you to look after them while I'm gone, ma'am.
Hey, sleepyhead. Looks like you're awake.
Well, we got a 10 pull for us. Not like we're gonna get anything nice out of it, I bet. Because it's just gonna be on the normal standard banner. And it's not like there's any guaranteed stuff happening here. Alright, I thought I was gonna do some reverse psychology on the game, and it still said fuck you. You don't even give me a character, you give me cards. Fuck off. Why do you hate me so? $30? Just 30? Well, how about you, Marsh? What should be doing for you? Send a light cone. Activate a relic set. Complete that. That's not even available yet. Fuck it, I'll send a light cone, I guess. If you would just let me. Just trying to get Trailblazer experience so we keep leveling up and getting more stuff. Before we talk to you.
Ha!
Underground Encyclopedia. Natasha's list. To all parents who are minors, I am Dr. Natasha. I know many of you are exhausted from your daily work, and so you entrust your children to take care to the care of the clinic. I understand how difficult it must be for your family as the end of the year approaches. For some of you who haven't seen your children for so long that I can't help but wonder about your motives. I have enclosed a list of children who haven't seen their parents in over 100 days. I hope these parents will visit before the end of this month. If not, I'll be adding your names to my notebook. Those who are in my notebook, I better pray you don't get sick or hurt, or I'll be sure to take care of you using my family's secret recipe and a large dose of compassion. Oh God. Little Bella is the most well-tempered and sensible child at the clinic. She often volunteers to help with the chores and take care of the other children while I'm away. If you're Bella's parents, I suggest you learn about child care from her, because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even be able to care for a mad mole that eats anything. Damn. Hang on. Just took one. Get rid of this one. Okay. Big Charlie. Big Charlie is a child with quite a temper, probably something he learned from his parents. He doesn't know his own strength if he gets into fights with the other children, for which I've scolded him on numerous occasions. However, he has shown an interest in medicine and is capable of making basic potions that he uses on his own bruises. If you are Charlie's parents, please visit him soon, or I'll teach you how to make special potions. And we got Little. It's been almost a year since Little Charlie joined us, yet he hasn't said a single word. Little Charlie's parents, count yourselves lucky. I know what you look like because he always keeps a family photo in his pocket. Believe me when I say that I'll personally come find you if you don't visit. I can only assume you're suffering from amnesia, and I don't have the remedy for it. And I have the right remedy for it. Well, she definitely loves these children. Little Timmy, oh little Timmy, what a headache. I don't know where he read about the existence of pigeons. Oh no! And even Timmy is suffering in here. Oh, Natasha's not a woman you want to mess with.
How are you feeling? Any aches or pains?
I had a weird dream.
I bet. You were mumbling something about stellarons and wishes. I couldn't make sense of it. Well, now that you're awake, you should probably try moving your limbs. I'm Natasha, a doctor in the underground. You've already spent a day in my clinic.
This is your clinic?
Mm-hmm. I'm afraid the conditions underground are terrible. People get sick easily here, and I'm the only doctor. Sampo's gone to clear up a mess of his own making, so I'm looking after you in the meantime. Based on your current state, I don't think there's any cause for alarm. You seem perfectly healthy. So if you don't mind, I'll go and take a look at the other patients.
Why did I pass out?
Sampo just told me that you lost consciousness. He didn't say why. Still, I'll wager it had something to do with him. He's always tinkering with his devices. Anyway, the opinion of the clinic is that none of you have come to harm.
People were following us.
Sampo told me. Don't worry, the Silvermane guards won't follow you below ground. We've been cut off from the surface for many years. Even when things were at their worst down here, they never showed. Of course, I don't know the whole story behind why the architects ordered the lockdown. Who knows? Thanks to you, they might finally be about to lift it. Something that wildfires wanted to achieve for a long time now.
What's our medical bill?
Oh, please, you needn't worry. You've just been asleep for a while. I barely had to lift a finger. I might have exaggerated your condition for Sampo's years, but that guy owes me. You better bring me back some medicine.
Where are my friends?
They've been up for a while already. The young guy with the dark hair left first. He went with Sampo. Your rowdier friend took off soon after waking up. I imagine she's taking a stroll nearby. As for the girl in the Silvermane guard uniform, I told Sampo to watch her, but it seems that he left his post, and she made a run for it.
Who is this Sampo anyway?
Good question. He's a man of mystery. He claims to be a simple cross-border businessman. Not that there's much to interest an overworlder down here. Either way, he's got a surprising number of connections. I've managed to secure more than a few urgent medical supplies through him, and he's been a big help to Wildfire. In any case, I don't think his intentions are sinister.
Wildfire?
It's a grassroots organization. Think of it as the Silvermane Guards of the Underground, but less stone-hearted.
Thank you, Dr. Natasha.
No need to thank me. It's a doctor's duty to heal.
I gotta find March 7th and Dan Hung. But where should I start?
You know, the underground has been cut off from the surface for years. For you outsiders to descend on us out of nowhere is pretty incredible. Everything all right? You feeling okay?
I want to ask about the underworld.
The underworld? What do you want to know?
Why do people live down here?
Because we need geomarrow. After Belobog's construction, the demand for energy kept increasing. The eternal freeze prevented us from expanding outwards, so our only choice was to go down. The people answered the call of the architects and descended, excavating ore veins and establishing mines. Before we were sealed off, it was an honor to work underground. It was a choice. The pursuit of arduous labor for the survival of our entire civilization.
But then the choice was taken from you, and it was pretty much just set in stone that you were forced to work because you have no other option. How is life in the underworld?
It's never been good. Conditions are tough both above and below the surface. The overworld is faced with the eternal freeze and fragmentum corrosion, and the underworld has to contend with hard labor, suffocating heat, and serious shortages. It's been over a decade since the Silvermane guards withdrew from the underworld, and the situation here has only gotten worse. The only contact we have is the exchange of geomarrow for goods. And what's more, the fragmentum corrosion has begun to reach us down here, too.
I want to ask about Sampo.
Ask away. But I'm afraid I don't know a lot about him myself.
How did you get to know him?
A meticulously choreographed chance meeting. Sampo is pretty good at orchestrating unexpected encounters, and he always leaves a lasting impression. According to him, that's the gift of a businessman.
Do you know where he went?
I hear that question a lot. Seems like he owes everyone something. That's why he never discloses his whereabouts. When people need him, he appears. And when people really need him, he disappears. Sampo's first and second laws of motion.
I want to ask about Wildfire.
I'm a doctor, not an informant. Very well. What's the question?
What is Wildfire?
Wildfire is a volunteer grassroots organization. Like I said, you can think of it as the Silvermane Guards of the Underground. They've taken on the duties of the guards. Maintain safety and order in the underworld, and compete with fragmentum corrosion for living space.
How can I find them?
Wherever there is hardship and a cry for help, there is Wildfire. You can always find them. Okay, take care, and make sure you look after yourself.
The underground. Ah, there's Hook. Lost World. The dumpster remains silent. This hunk of junk gazes gently at you. A hit is sinister comes through it. A scientist once said, when a dumpster is shut tight, it exists in a superposition of states which is both devoid of trash and full of trash at the same time. You vaguely recall a television series where a lawyer hid inside a dumpster such as this and waited for an incriminating piece of evidence to appear out of thin air. The two trash cans stood tightly side by side, as if no force in the world could separate them. Okay.
My friend, looking for it?
The Fight Club. You see a sandbag. A job is to take a beating. Its job is. When you learn from observing the sandbag, your pain will likely be another person's experience. The Fight Club as the underworld comes in two ambiances, noisy and noisier. But in such a boisterous venue, you notice someone conspicuously out of place. You know from the past observations that there would be one such person in every such occasion, but this one seems different somehow. The quaint envelope sits unremarkably on a wooden crate that is being used as a side table, yet it exudes a unique quality of its own. Silent, elegant, independent, even a hint of darkness. You also see invitation written in big, crooked letters. You find yourself unable to pry your eyes from it. Well, it's mine now. That's the right move. No one can resist such a silent, elegant, independent, and slightly dark envelope of invitation. Well, there's some time right here.